Welcome back. My final tipping point tonight, the Pope says fake news is equal to coprophilia. That's an obsession with crap, apparently. And he said defaming people is a sin. Now, last night, I gave you the 5 most egregious fake news stories of 2016. And tonight, I want to show you 5 stories the mainstream media refuses to cover. So story number 1, in Chicago, 3 men brutally attacked and beat a white man because they assumed he voted for Trump because he was white. Once they confirmed their suspicion, they dragged him out of his car, punched him, kicked him. But no, to the mainstream media, that's not a newsworthy story. Story number 2, the mainstream media refuses to cover this. When Black Lives Matter protesters were protesting outside Trump Tower, a so-called peaceful protester, a 23-year-old girl, threw a 74-year-old man to the ground because he had the audacity to yell, "All lives matter." And now would you look at this, there seems to be a pattern here. Story number 3, a high school student wore his "Make America Great Again" hat to school. Because he committed that egregious offense, his classmates punched him and kicked him to the ground. But you know, this one really makes me wonder, how many owners of Priuses were vandalized because of their "I'm with her" or "Feel the Burn" bumper stickers? Oh yeah, none. That's right, because Republicans are tolerant. Story number 4, elementary school kids in Virginia held a mock election in their classroom before November 8th, to learn how to participate in self-government. It was all fun and games until one student voted for Donald Trump. He was then so badly beaten by his classmates because he chose to vote for Trump, he had to be taken to the emergency room. And story number 5, this one's by far the worst. In Georgia, a man was shot after talking about Donald Trump deporting a Hispanic man. We've heard more stories than we can count about Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, Eric Garner, Tamir Rice, Alton Sterling, Keith Lamont Scott, you name it. At the end of the day, after the investigations, the police officers who shot these men were found to have acted in the proper manner. Yet when an anti-Trump malcontent shoots a Trump supporter, this isn't worth covering on the news? Listen, these stories speak for themselves. Like I said before, there's a pattern here. I don't need to point out the hypocrisy. I don't need to show you the list of fake news stories about fake hate crimes that the media jumped all over in order to defame Donald Trump and Donald Trump voters. The only thing I have left to say about this is a question. If the situations were reversed, if Trump supporters punched, kicked, dragged, beat, screamed, and shot at Hillary supporters, do you think the mainstream media would be so quiet? And that's my final point. You can reach me on Twitter at Liz_Wheeler. Also, if you liked the show, please send me an email at oann.com/contact. We'll see you again tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern, and until then, have a good night.